Hi friends, welcome back to my studio. I'm Katie and it's time for a Q3 flip through. So it's worth noting that I have the Sterling Ink half years, but I hadn't quite finished the journaling section in my first half. So despite the fact that all of Q3 should be in this book, we will be going back and forth between them. Also, we're going to talk a little bit about empty pages and unmotivation, and that's just going to be how it goes. So these journals are an art project, a hobby for me, and there have been times where I've gone all out, and you can see that in some of these flip throughs. This hasn't really been the season I've been in this quarter. There's some vacation stuff that I really did a nice job on, but there's been a lot of phoning it in, and that's just commensurate with my interest in doing it. I've been very busy at work the last month or so, and even before that I've had kind of an allergy to sitting at my desk when I get home from work. I have a lap desk that I use on the couch, but that is the reason there's anything really at all in here, but I just haven't been at the same level, and that's like fine. But it does mean that here when I'm filming, I feel a little self-conscious about it, but that's totally fine. So let's see, Q3 started in July. So let's find that here. So actually there's going to be a surprising amount of vacation in this quarter. So here we're starting. I went on a trip with my family. I went on a trip with my family, so there are a lot more photos than there usually are. I haven't talked about the weeklies or the monthlies. We'll get back to that. Let's start with the dailies. So a lot more photos, a lot fewer tasks because I was on vacation. Here we go. I've been really enjoying this like sidebar of, the events. It's great for memory keeping. This is extremely common for my vacation spreads, which is the last day I barely do anything. So I always think I'll go back to it, and then I never do. Back to just journaling. This is a thing I do sometimes when I want to be journaling at work and I don't have my journal with me. I just tape some stuff in. These are stickers from JoJo's Pretty Paper Advent Calendar. I've gotten way more into gouache in my journal. I have a little gouache palette that I use that's like in my little journaling cohort here. It's messy, but I've been really enjoying doing gouache in my journal. I do it generally on the couch, and it's often because I don't feel like printing photos, although I had an ice cream party, but this isn't what it looked like at all. I don't have these fancy things, but gouache doesn't get nearly as much like warping on the page, which I enjoy, and I like the look of it. So these stickers and stuff are from Simply Gilded. Here's a note on what photo I wanted to print and put here, and clearly I didn't. And a note about what I was going to journal here that I didn't. There's going to be a lot of that. Here's some more photos that I did not print. I should do that. Here's something new I was trying. So these are sketches from I go to the local animal sanctuary zoo place, and I draw the animals, and on days where I've done that and I journal, I don't want stickers, I want my art in there. So I've been tracing sketches and then gluing the tracing paper in. This one is all the way down. This one is only like half down. It's just kind of fun. I don't know. Yep. You're gonna see a bunch of these. That's how it is. And then that was the end of this book. We've made it to close to the end of July there. None of the weeklies were in that book because the weeklies were in this book. So let's see. I'm not a good monthly planner. I never have been. I do all of that on Google Calendar, so I tend to use my monthlies as like a currently inked. So here's July, August, and I've done a bad job at September, although I also have been doing a bad job at filling and using fountain pens in September. So this is short a couple, but not a lot. In terms of weeklies, I really haven't been doing them. So this is from that vacation at the lake. Oh, okay, I did do a little bit of this. I switched to kind of a dashboard layout for a few weeks where it's like a strong focus on what food needs to be cooked, just because that's a thing that I have a tendency to kind of forget. So I did, these lake stickers are from Planners Anonymous. This is from JoJo's Pretty Paper. Just kind of keeping track of what meals for each day and what tasks I need to do to make them happen. Clearly I didn't do a lot here. And then this is from another vacation that I went on. But clearly I didn't really do anything in these weekly pages, and I think that's the last time I've used any of them. I just I haven't been in the zone for weeklies, and that said, there's been a time where that was something I really enjoyed doing and doing a lot of. So if you want to see some of this, look at some of my previous flip throughs that have been things I've really enjoyed, but that's just not the zone I have been in. Let's look at dailies. Okay, so here we start on the dailies in the second half. We're starting July 26th. Here's that tracing paper thing we were talking about. Here's a place I meant to print a photo and didn't. I've worked on getting that to be easier, but I have these. This is like the premium white matte paper, and they're pre-cut. I have a video about this on my channel, so that all I have to do is feed them through my printer, but I can't do it from my couch. And as I've told you, a lot of my journal right now has been from my couch. Here's where I was setting up that gouache palette and a watercolor palette for my trip to Banff. You'll see a lot of that coming up, but I was getting ready for it. I've also been doing, this is a gouache painting of a matcha cake roll that I bought. I've been really doing a paint my food kind of element. Yeah, because here's the blueberry plum galette that I baked, and again, that's gouache. Here I was trying a Dutch door, which is the first time doing this in here. I enjoyed this as a concept. I haven't done it again since. I think it needs a little sorting out to get all the things just right, but I think it's kind of a fun situation. Okay, here I am on vacation again. It's been a travel heavy quarter. So we went out to Calgary and then to Banff from there. So we went to the Calgary Zoo and then out into the Rockies. And so these are photos on that premium map that I printed after I got home, but I traced. I keep in my journaling pouch these little templates, and I trace them and I figure out what photos I'm gonna print and then journal around them. So all I had to do when I get home was print the photos. So it was a beautiful trip. I had such a lovely time. And I'm doing 2 pages per day here, which I love, not having dated pages for this kind of thing. So a little bit of just drawing because we saw a moose, but I didn't get a photo of the moose. And then here it is, that classic last day. Didn't do it. So that's the 13th. You're going to notice a lot of gaps here. Apparently, yeah. So I had some rough times here. Here's the 17th, 18th, 19th. Here's some more Paint My Food. Here's a spread I started with a lot of motivation, but totally fell off on my journaling. Again, another gouache painting. These are from JoJo's Pretty Paper. This is a scan and print of a painting that I did, and a drawing and gouache that of a shirt that I sewed that I have not finished, despite the fact that it's been more than a month. All I have to do is the sleeves and the hem, and it's on my dress form still. So that's not excellent. Here's a classic when in doubt, just put a big sticker down. Oh, this was about Hobonichi Day. I had to work through some feelings. I did end up getting the Purple Night, but it was not easy, and I wasn't even the person doing the ordering, but it was still stressful. We might talk about that, we might not. Here's one of those traces on here. JoJo's Pretty Paper stickers, Planners Anonymous, Paint My Food in gouache. I've just started being like more flexible about what can go on these pages, so these are just a list. Sometimes the list is what you feel like doing. This is the day I got my COVID vaccine, so I was making antibodies, and I was fatigued, so just kind of a lot of relaxation kinds of stuff. These are from Planners Anonymous. Paint My Food. That's some stromboli that I made. I haven't been doing a lot of stickers. Some you can see, but a lot of days from my couch I don't feel like. All of my stickers are very handy sitting from here in my desk, but I don't always feel like getting them when I'm on the couch. This day I didn't even feel like getting a pen. Well, no, I was using this Enzo bolt that I just got. I'm quite proud of this painting because here's the bolt. I did it essentially life size. It's fun. This isn't even really daily journal. This is a recap of the whole week. This is part of why I got super busy and why you're going to see a huge drop here. September. Here's a weekend I spent all time obsessing about knitting, and I might go back and draw some of the things in here, but I haven't, and I try not to go backwards too much because it prevents going forward. Paint My Food. This is an Italian beef sandwich. Again, I lost steam as the day went on. Yeah, okay, you're gonna see a bunch of stuff about this. This is about 10 days ago. I splattered hot oil on myself, and it's starting to heal, but I got splatter marks on my arm and chest and neck and face. It wasn't terrible, but I was in pain and also upset. So there's a little journaling behind here about that. These are stickers from Planners Anonymous. It's the Showers and Flowers kit, which is kind of a depression kit. It's not only that, there's a bunch of elements, but I find it really helpful to have some stickers for when I feel sad. Because I feel sad plenty, and kind of the happy-go-lucky stickers like aren't cutting it. And also, like, I don't feel like writing anything today. I did a little bit of this, but like I appreciate just having a sticker and putting it down and doing that. So as I said, I've been really busy, but I felt sad leaving my planner quite as empty or skipped as I have, so I've started just doing the sidebar and then just sticking something down in the middle. So wound care is my hobby now. You can see a little bit of all my splatters. This was pretty time consuming. I'm mostly healed now, thankfully, and I think it won't be too bad. I've been watching a ton of Julia. Nothing here. Here's some, I wasn't up to painting my food, but here's some photos of my food. I just take notes for this. Like all I've been doing is copying. I take notes on what the day in my everyday carry planner, and so I actually backfilled most of these, like just a couple days at a time, but I have the tasks and I have this and I'm just backfilling it like this. So I started off strong and got weaker as I went. I was not enthusiastic, I gotta admit, to film this flip through, but actually there's a lot of stuff I'm proud of and that I'm happy to see. And then also I'm of the opinion that hobbies are not intended to make one feel guilty, and I think there's an honesty in saying like I didn't do it. Like I think it's easy to think that I have an aspirational journal and planner, and sometimes that's true and like sometimes it's really not, and we can be honest about that it comes and it goes, and I don't have to do that all of the time. So that's me telling myself that it doesn't always have to be that way. So here today it's October 3rd. I'm planning on backfilling a couple more in this style where there probably won't be too much in the middle, but I have the information to do this side. And if I think about future me wanting to page through here, like this covers a lot of what I want to remember. If I don't have all the full text, like that's fine. There's still value in having this remembered. So that's what's happening here. I haven't bought a planner journal for 2025 yet. I'm not going to until Black Friday is what I've committed to myself, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to buy another Sterling Ink Common Planner this year. I am very confident that there will be future years where I will want to do this again, but I can only make the decisions based on the information I have right now, and I haven't really been doing this for a while now, and I'm just gonna let it go. If I really miss it, I have solutions that I can do in 2025. I can draw it myself, I can buy an insert, I can buy a common planner. So I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be buying one of these again. I think I'm just going to get a blank notebook so that I can keep doing 2, 1, 0, half page per days, whatever suits me. So that's the plan, although I haven't entirely decided on a size. I love B6, but I'm tempted to go down to B6 Slim so that days like this have a little less width to them, you know, just like a ½ inch narrower would actually be perfect for just a photo. But I'll have to see. I haven't decided. I'm not going to decide. This is a good size. If I do this, that wouldn't be a wrong thing, but I'm a little drawn to B6 Slim at the moment. That's what I'm using for my everyday carry. More about that later because I've got some ideas, but I'm not committing to them. So that's what's going on here. Thanks for hanging out with me on my flip through. There's no cover, no nothing, no prettiness. That's just how it is. At least the cover's nice. I'm surprised when Catherine said that this light pink is not a popular color because that's what I keep buying. I find it very easy to put vellum over because the vellum's a little translucent, but the light pink is very easy to work with. So anyway, part of it is that I don't love that what colors the B6 Slim comes in. Not the B6 Slim, the B6 half years come in next year. They're not terrible, but they're kind of dark. So even if I cover them, I'll have to pick something more opaque, which is fine. It's not a big deal. But if I'm not using the monthlies and I'm not really using the weeklies, and I'm not using the yearlies, probably I should just use a notebook. Which notebook I haven't decided. Which notebook, which size, I don't know. We'll see. But we still have 3 months, and I'm not going to buy anything until Black Friday because I think there's a good chance that notebooks are going to go on sale. So that's my plan. Thanks for doing the flip through with me. I hope you found either some encouragement or some self-acceptance in how these things go, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye, friends.